When it comes to gear, an essential for anyone is quality boots. Not fashion boots that'll complement your slacks or look cute with that sweater, but boots that can carry you through a variety of conditions the world can throw at you. Conditions like a rainy day, a snowy day, a hike through the hills, traversing gravel roads, stepping through rubble, or handling just about anything you can throw at it short of a nuclear holocaust. Shoes that serve as the backbone of your footwear collection that sneakers, flip-flops, and snowshoes can't handle. Generally, those type of boots have many words you can use to describe them, but stylish is not one. But what if there's a boot that can handle all the things I said and be stylish enough where you can wear it to work? A boot that is high quality, tough, and rugged, and look good at the same time, and possibly help fight off a few zombies afterwards. Hello everyone, this is Evan, and today is part 2 of my Red Wing Heritage review, and we are going to take a look at the Iron Rangers, specifically in the black harness leather model 8114. I've talked about the Red Wing Heritage line before in a previous review, and I invite you to check that out if you want a bit more detail. The Iron Rangers, however, are probably their most popular shoe in the Heritage line, along with their classic mock toe 6-inch boot. But there are some key differences between the classic round that I reviewed before compared with the Iron Rangers. Most noticeably the sole, but also with the feel and construction. So let's take a look at it now. So the Iron Rangers hold much the same quality of all the boots in their Heritage line, such as proprietary leather from their own SB foot tanning company, a leather footboard, cork footbed, triple and even quadruple stitching on decades-old Puritan sewing machines, and a Goodyear welt. So you might be wondering, what the heck are all those things I just mentioned? Well, let's find out. So what the leather footboard and cork insole essentially means is that the inside of the shoe will break in with use. It'll start molding to your feet. If we look at the ones I have here, you can see that the bottom is slightly curved by the heel cup. Now that was not there when I first got the boot. It was flat, and it was light, the beige light color of natural tan leather. So with use, the cork and the leather footboard breaks in along with the rest of the boot, and it patinas a bit as well. But when I say break in, it's shaping specifically to my feet. That is the characteristic to leather cork footbeds. Now when they talk about stitching, triple stitching ensures that the different pieces of leather used to construct the boot will not come apart, even if a few of the stitches get snagged and broken. For the Iron Rangers, it is the only boot that features a leather toe cap, and Red Wing quadruple stitches it. Yes, quadruple, 4 stitches. I don't know if that is overkill or completely necessary, but honestly, I'm not complaining. And the Puritan sewing machines basically means that they use very old sewing machines to put these stitches in. And one of the unique features about those Puritan sewing machines is that it melts wax into the stitches right before it gets actually sewn into the boot. So once the wax hardens, it really holds itself in place while also simultaneously protecting these stitches, making sure they don't get frayed as quickly as they normally could be. And the last of the features I mentioned are the Goodyear welts. The Goodyear welt means that the outsole is attached in a way that can be removed by a cobbler when it's worn out, and replaced with a new one. In fact, the heel of the Iron Rangers are nailed in, so you can replace just the heel alone if that is the only part of the sole worn in. And honestly, this is my most favorite feature because it lets me keep my boot even if the sole is gone. All the time I spent breaking the shoe in, making it soft and comfortable to me, does not go away because of the sole. I mean, to draw a parallel, can you imagine having to buy a new car whenever the tire needs to be replaced? It would be a waste, right? This is a key feature. It creates less waste, and it also keeps costs down from me not having to buy a new boot every couple of years. The sole, however, is the big difference between the mock toe or the classic round model. While those two models uses what they call a traction tread crepe sole, the Iron Rangers uses this nitride cork sole that is obviously slimmer when you look at it, but it also has a lot less cushioning. You can feel it when you walk in them. It's not as forgiving when your heel strikes the pavement. And if we look at the bottom of the shoe, you'll also notice something is missing. Yes, treads. There are no tread patterns on the bottom, and that makes these shoes slippery. Oh, actually, that's an understatement. These shoes are slippery as fuck. It's not as noticeable on dry, sunny days, but throw in some rain or snow, and it's like a gym floor full of banana peels. There's been several times where I almost fell on the rainy, wet tiles in a building lobby. Now, the 2017 models have recently been updated to add treads to the bottom. So if you get the latest model, you won't be having the same traction issue like I had, or at least not as much. The Iron Rangers are also a lot more reinforced compared to the mock toes or the classic brown. As I mentioned earlier, they are the only models in the Heritage line that offers a leather toe cap that is not just triple stitch, but quadruple stitch. It makes this shoe feel stiffer when you move and a bit harder to break in. In addition, they use a steel shank instead of a plastic one to support the arch, which not only makes the Iron Ranger stiffer, but also a touch heavier compared to the other ones, even though it has a smaller profile. The last thing to take note of is the lacing system. Instead of eyelets the entire way, the Iron Rangers uses 4 with 3 speed hooks on top. Some people like it, others find it irritating. Personal preference, really. Ultimately, how do they feel? And the answer is terrible. It's stiff and it hurts, but only for the first few weeks. Keep in mind, Red Wing uses genuine leather that is thick. It's not the thin stuff that you get with sneakers. There isn't much lining involved and the footboard is leather as well. So it's going to take a bit of time to warm up, break in, and mold to your feet. You have to stick with it. Apply some boot oil to speed up the process, but stick with it. A couple of weeks of consistent wear and you'll notice a difference. After a month, they will be a lot more forgiving and you will love them after 2 months. They take a bit longer to break in than other Heritage boots because of the way it's reinforced. But once you work through that process, you will have a boot that is tough and will last you for years. So here's the question. If I misplace or destroy the set that I have here, would I spend another $320 to buy them again? Absolutely. Not just because I'm a fan of Red Wing, but because these boots are designed in a way that is just so versatile. It's made as a work boot, but it can also be dressed up or down. I can wear it with jeans, I can wear it with khakis, I can wear it with slacks. I can go hiking with them during the day, brush off the dirt, throw on some polish, and wear it out on a date that same evening. It's that versatile. And take comfort in knowing that it can last through a zombie apocalypse afterwards also. So it is expensive and it takes a bit of patience before it starts to feel good. But honestly, for the quality, versatility, and the mileage you can get out of these things, it's well worth the cost in my opinion. You can also find it cheaper than MSRP price if you shop around. Meanwhile, Red Wings themselves are discounting the older treadless models by $80 in their stores, so you can get them at $240 currently while the supplies last. Also keep in mind that Red Wings run large. Most people say to size down half to 1 from the regular foot size. For whatever reason, I had to size down by 1.5. Your best bet is to go to a Red Wing store and just spend a little time trying on everything within range. You have it right once you get to something that is snug, almost to the level of tight. The rest will adjust itself during the break-in process. Also, they are not waterproof. You can walk through the wet streets or play in the snow for a while, but it will not hold if you are out in either one all day. So it's water resistant, not waterproof. So that's it for this review. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you like this review, please click like and subscribe, as well as any suggestions or additional information I might have missed. Once again, this is Evan. Till next time, have a good one.